In this inspiring episode of Explain Spot, we explore the remarkable journey of Zohran Mamdani, from an immigrant kid navigating identity and making history in New York. His story reminds us that greatness isn't only about power, status, or money, but about finding meaning, standing for justice, and choosing to act even when the path is difficult. If you're looking for motivation, self-reflection, and real inspiration drawn from true life, this video is for you. If you find value in this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Explain Spot for more thought-provoking and motivating stories every week. Every now and then, a story emerges that reminds us of what it truly means to live with purpose. Not just to survive, not just to chase success in the traditional sense, but to create impact, to shape a world that reflects our values. Today, we're talking about a man who has done exactly that. His name is Zohran Mamdani. But this isn't just a political story. It's a story about identity, belonging, and the courage to stand firm when the world expects you to simply stay silent. Zohran Mamdani was born in Kampala, Uganda, to a family of thinkers and storytellers. His father, the renowned scholar Mahmoud Mamdani, and his mother, the gifted filmmaker Mira Nair, raised him amid ideas, culture, and creativity. But even with such a rich heritage, Zohran's life was never about privilege. It was about perspective, about understanding the complexity of where we come from and where we hope to go. When his family moved to New York, Zohran entered a city full of contradictions. A city known for opportunity, yet equally known for struggle. Here, he experienced the reality of immigrant life, the balance between blending in and standing out, the pressure to succeed, and the quiet voice inside that says, "You were meant for something meaningful." But meaning doesn't just arrive. It unfolds, slowly. Zohran worked as a tenant organizer, helping families fight evictions. He met mothers who worked 2 jobs just to pay rent. He met young people who felt invisible to the systems meant to protect them. He saw the gap between the promise of America and the experience of so many who live here. And something inside him shifted. There comes a moment in life, maybe you felt it too, when silence no longer feels neutral. When you realize that waiting for change is just another way of accepting the world as it is. And in that moment, Zohran decided he would no longer just witness injustice. He would challenge it. He ran for office. But becoming a politician wasn't the goal. Becoming a voice was. He went door to door, not with slogans, not with rehearsed speeches, but with questions. What keeps you up at night? What do you wish someone in power truly understood? What do you need that no one is listening to? People saw something rare, a leader who listened before he spoke. And in 2020, Zohran Mamdani became a New York State Assemblyman, representing Astoria. But what makes his story powerful is not the election win itself, it's what he chose to fight for afterwards. He advocated for affordable housing, even when real estate giants pushed back. He supported Muslim and immigrant rights, even when politics told him to stay safe. He defended working-class people with a level of empathy rooted not in theory, but experience. And that's where the real lesson lies. We often think success is about achieving something big. But Zohran's journey teaches us that success is about answering a simple question. What problem in the world hurts your heart the most? And what are you willing to do about it? You see, life is not measured in the titles we earn. Life is measured in the lives we touch, in the courage we exercise, in the principles we refuse to abandon, even when the world demands we compromise. Zohran could have lived quietly. He could have avoided criticism. He could have chosen comfort. But meaning rarely lives in comfort. Meaning lives in conviction. And this is something we all must ask ourselves. Are we moving through life on autopilot? Or are we making choices that align with who we truly want to be? We live in a world that rewards speed. Work faster. Consume more. Achieve quickly. But Zohran's story reminds us to slow down and look inward. What do we stand for? What are we grateful for? What impact do we want to leave behind? These questions don't have quick answers. They require reflection, honesty, and courage. So as you watch this story today, take a moment to breathe, to look at your life, not through the lens of comparison, but through the lens of purpose. Maybe your journey won't involve public office. Maybe your contribution will happen quietly, in your family, your neighborhood, your classroom, your friendships. But remember, meaning is not about scale. Meaning is about sincerity. Zohran Mamdani reminds us that every one of us has a voice. Every one of us has a responsibility and power to change something, even if it begins with just one small act of courage. So, ask yourself today, what do you care about deeply enough to stand for? And if the answer feels unclear, that's okay. Sometimes, the first step toward purpose is simply choosing not to stay silent anymore. This is Explain Spot. Thank you for watching. Take a moment, reflect, and keep growing.